again, we have a traditional blessing is going to be done. We have the keeper of the sacred pipe and the sacred bundle, Arvo Looking Horse, who's supposed to do our traditional prayer. And I think he's on the way. My cataracts are getting in the way here, so between my bifocals and my cataract, well, that's pretty rough. But I'm going to ask one of the drum groups here, Plenty Wolf, Shumani Kaota, Chache Ha Olo Wajia Hiapo. In days of old, when our people are going to have a gathering, a meeting, or something's going to take place, all of our leaders got together, they had decided on an agenda and a topic. And they would have a meeting, then they would let the tokas go out and ride into the camp and let people know. Then they tell the Eapaha to start gathering the people to the center. So when the people hear the drum and the song, they all gravitate that way. There's something going to go happen, so we better go over there. We don't want to miss out. And that was the communication system we had, a traditional way of life. So I just asked the Plenty Wolf singer from the Pine Ridge, Ogallala Kotoyati, to sing a drum song, which will call our people together, and hopefully our pipe keeper will be here at that time by when he gets here. So we'll have our opening prayer, we'll begin. That's the girl. We're talking about the old football. Old football. Please be seated. Make sure there's a chair behind you. We don't want to have an America's Funniest Home Video moment here. The old cowboys would jump up and say, I want a rerun! Thank you very much, Plenty Wolf Singer. Arvo, looking for it, but I here. Watching after you. We had a pre-dawn prayer ceremony. Just as the sun was coming up, we gathered. Oh, it was beautiful, beautiful, symbolic of days of old. People say we're real, how come you guys pray so much? Well, if you live like we do, you gotta pray every minute of every day. We all should do that. Spirituality, worldwide spirituality, maybe we'll have peace for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll go ahead and ask Chief Dwayne Hollowhornberg to render our opening prayer, traditional prayer for this morning, begin our meeting here this morning at 10 o'clock. And then we're going to an introduction here. Welcome to the Park Superintendent, who's been so gracious with the hospitality here with all of his crew, professional and gracious to us. So we thank him very much. And at this time, so I'd like to ask those of you that can, please stand. Elder, please remain seated. Dona oyaki binanja para mochi kyoka taraha. We want you all to pray one heart, one mind in your own special way. We realize there's many different religions all across the land. But we pray in our language, but what you pray the same way because we're uttering the same word that you are in your mind. And there's one cliche I always use that one prayer, one arrow by itself can be broken easy. You take many prayers, like many arrows, bundle them together, nothing can break that bundle of arrows. That's how our prayer would be if you all pray one heart, one mind to our Creator, God the calling, our Creator. If you think about it, He creates everything that's on this world. Think about that way. And we call it grandfather, the great-grandfather. We call the earth, grandmother earth. And so our grandfather, our grandmother provide everything that we live for in this world and live with. So at this time, we'll have a prayer as Chief Dwayne Hollowhornberg.
Apetikele, Yushki Ayahipiki, Nakupta Yahipika, Apetikele Ota Takuna Afipita, Chantana Nasula Hokichupita, Ieta Taku in Africa, and a Wanki Lakap, Hawachi, Ukit to Kokana Taku Chupik, Lapko tapicha, o cheke kile otro kaya, o teke ke kesh, o cheke watoshla, lechala kashla petkele, petke honya petke. Tukashla, wakatra tukashla. Apetua washtena, apetua wakha. Ocheti Shakoi, Shahila, Machriat Hoyati, Kahi Oyati, Akema Kochema lecture, Ukavitapi. One year to Upamiche, Waji, Samake Wikchenda Zaptava, lecture Tukashla, some Tukashla, Lecture Kavitapi. Oecher. Tukashla. Wobche. Wola kota. Leche skau yapiki. Leche awachin kiapi. Oyuka. Tukashla sam tukashla beki insha taku week chanda. Uzani punchipi week chapi. Tukate ke oyapi tiki tukashla. Enecha. Woapi wala. Chaji uikwapi. As wanit ota leche. Ukaki shate yoti iki. Ikhpak pa oyapi. As tukashla leape tiki. Leake. Taku archina taku o leche. Chaji uikwapi. Patonsna kokach ni hapshni. Ishu cheapi. Na wacheo kiapi. Na olo gloi apiko. Venat tukashla apetiki akelecha. Apetu telena lecha. Taku ichuku na taku kiapi telena tukashla meetkia. Otru kaya. Hoyu ni chichapi tukashla. Neuki chukopo. Hunopa oyate kalena kiapi. Ikchewi cheshe hiyo chapi. Makaka lela ka mohani piki. Ochi maka. Ni presle aka ocheti shakoye. Na okola kilena ake uhinyo jipilo. Na hakchi lelo koyapi. Na hakchi uzani pi. Tokata kete hoa oyapi teki. Tukashila. Wochi kile kuhamoni pite. Na wola kuda kile. Tuktogna oyate ki zani pite. Na washaka pite. Helgna oyabo chipi. Nogi chuchopo tukashila. Uzani puchipilo. Uzani puchipilo. Mitaku oyasu.
Pila. Yelauya palo. Please be seated. In a capsule, a prayer offered gratitude for the day that we had. The sunshine, the rose, all the warmth, refreshing feelings that it gives us. And to remind each and every one of us, we are a common people. We are of the two-legged nation. We are the common people. We ask you to be kind to us this day. And there's a lot more in between that covered each and every one of you. The emotions, the feelings you may have had, the prayer covered that too. Especially good health for each and every one of you in that prayer. So if your prayer was shared, that will help you too, especially in these days of time, of trying times. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'll begin our meeting here, and I'd like to introduce the Park Superintendent, Tom Baker, to come and give us all a warm handshake and welcome you and give you an overview of all that's going to take place. And we'll go into our presentation from all our leaders. And again, we have a lengthy program, so we'd like to limit each one of you talk to at least 3 to 5 minutes at the most. Okay, tomorrow we're going to go into lengthier presentations for everybody. So, and I can see I'll go. Takune hak the hatas oa prekiti like a pohet whoop la taka the one. We are wogla we shasa lila otata. And that you are for chapelo. Alright. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Tom Baker.
Which is a pretty tough act to follow. But we all know the litany of traumatic impacts the 1868 Treaty of Fort Laramie has had on indigenous people, communities, sovereign nations across the country. We need to work together to ensure
Where are you from? Washington or Italy or what?
that this never happens again. In fact, we need to work together. We need to do more. We need to work together to improve life for our indigenous nations and improve how we work together for the greater good of all people. We are, after all, one people on one earth. If you think you don't know of the traumatic impacts, think colonization, genocide, assimilation, acculturation, misappropriation, and think PTSD on the reservations today. But we all know. During the 2 years of meetings to collaboratively plan for this commemoration, commemorating the 150-year anniversary of the treaty, what struck me the most was the overarching positive energy, the focus of education of tribal youth, the desire to be looking to the future together in a positive way. The proud proclamation, we are still here. And now we are here today. We're here today to honor the treaty signers, who at the time had only the best interests of their people at the forefront of their decision to sign the treaty. Today, we honor the descendants of the signers. They continue leading their nations, some in highly visible, active ways, while others do so in more subtle, but just as effective ways. And today we honor tribal youth, who are the future for the next 7 generations.
You're the second lead, huh?
I want to thank the sovereign bands who worked collaboratively with us for the past 2 years. Arapaho, Cheyenne, Crow, and Dakota Lakota people. It is an honor to work together with all of you. And I thank you for the trust and respect and oftentimes humor that we shared. And now we're at the culmination of those efforts, commemorating the 150th anniversary of the signing of the 1868 Treaty of Fort Laramie. This is, of course, only the beginning. We are at the front end of an ongoing dialogue between the park and the traditionally associated tribes to permanently bring indigenous perspectives to the story we tell at Fort Laramie National Historic Site. But today the treaty commemoration is indeed a prayerful time, a time of respect. And I thank each and every one of you for joining us today in honoring the spirit. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Baker. This time, because we are commemorating the treaty proceedings of 1868, 150 years ago, we have a song that recognizes the 7 council fires. And I've asked the leader charge singers to render that song at this time. We have representatives here from the Sioux Nation that came in 1868. We also have representatives from the Arapaho Nation that came. So we'll have 2 songs, one with the Lakota singers over here, the 7 council fire song, and we have the Arapaho Nation that sing their treaty song also. This is in honor of our grandfathers that came and sat on the ground across the river over there for days negotiating this proceeding. So we want to do that, remember that. Again, spirituality. And I beg of your patience and understand, this is who we are. This is how we do things. That's how they were done in those days. And so imagine what it was like then, when we didn't have these resources that we did there. They sat in the open on the flat land. And when you go up there for a tour, you'll see the bramble and the stickers that are there in that sand. That's what they sat on. They negotiate these things so we could still be here. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to ask you again, those of you that can, to stand as we have the leader tribe singers, the Ocheti, Shakoi, Oloahe, Okahe. Then the Arapaho singers after that. 4 times through, Okahe, Ocheti, Shakoi, Oloahe. Paul. Well, teach you Roger Paul. We got 3 other songs to do. So, Red Scaffold after the walk. Songs of perseverance in who we are. Okay, all right, thank you. Let's relax for a minute. We'll go to Arapaho Nation again. They have representatives here for the treaty proceedings also. And we have Eagle Society singers here from Riverton, Wyoming. And they'll render their treaty song this time in honor of their grandfathers that were here. Just imagine the emotions that went into the composition of these songs. They meant a lot to the people 150 years ago. Our speakers went and negotiated something that we have to live with the rest of our life. And it became the supreme law of the land. It's about the emotion that emotion grow and grow to a thunderous thought. As we absorb what was done 150 years ago, the meaning comes more and more clear to us each and every generation. 20 red scalpel singers. These are all ayok that ayah that's one up that red scalpel singer from the land of Manikoshu Ayate. We chagrata luta ukarocha sahera epelo. I see some from our four-legged relatives, our puppies, and I hope they're service dogs. Otherwise, they can't be in a circle. Thank you for understanding. Red Scalpel, one of the communities on the Cheyenne River Reservation, located along the Cheyenne River. A lot of our riders came from Red Scalpel, Cherry Creek area to be here with us. They come riding in last night, over 100 riders that converged with riders from the Toyate, from the East Santee, from the Toyate, from the Tichapo Lakota. All riders came from four directions.
over 350 miles to be here today. And we're going to talk as long as we can. You know, before treaty, we had law. We lived under Joshua through the treaty part. And when the treaties came, we started living under man-made laws. And they're no good for our people. Today, only speak 3-5 minutes. I carry this staff. Shine River, the people teaching us. Remind me to be a warrior for our people.
Oka.
Me, I'm not scared of Smokey the Bear. He doesn't scare me. What's very upsetting though is to come all this way on horse. Where is Trump?
Yeah.
Where is Zinke? Where are the decision makers of the federal government? We will no longer be Kalijah, wooden Indians. We are human beings like they are. We need to be treated with respect. We have every right to live and to be free in our land. We face that coming down. Can't go through there. Have to have a permit. That's not our laws. This is our land. We should be able to ride anywhere we want.
Oka. Yeah.
Well, I was heavily involved with the Dakota Access Pipeline. I want to give a shout out. Manny Wachoni!
Mini Wachoni.
I thank all of you, the water protectors, for standing up and protecting one of the most sacred things in our way of life. Water. You know, these white men, they come in, they took our lands, they used their religion to the doctrine of discovery. What I want to do is come up with a doctrine of recovery.
Woo.
We have our spiritual laws. We have our people. What gives France the right to sell our lands to the United States to the Louisiana merchants? Does that mean the way that can we go there, put metal plates in the ground, and say this is our land? Can we do that? All the time, these treaties, like I said, this is a clear example of how they put us in decision making. I mean, these guys should be ashamed of themselves. Look at how we live. Poorest counties in the United States, treaty land. When yet, the most precious resources belong to us. So I want to close by saying if they truly want to have respect for us,